Oh, man, you know what you should have done? Had Nancy Pelosi sitting here with his shirt on.
That would be funny.
Oh, my God. Nancy, you're back. Man, I had a dream last night where I fucking lost my teeth. Like, I have that a lot. Is that a fucking thing?
Yeah, apparently, whenever you dream about something like that, like losing teeth, then that's supposed to be
a wealthy. Oh, I was about to say like some type of wealthy fucking dude. It happens a lot. Like especially my back left tooth. It was coming out in chunks last night, and I was spitting it out while I was talking. And I was like, motherfucker, man, it scared the shit out of me. I woke up this morning. I was like, I got no teeth.
That's rough.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't see, we're wearing Jerry shirts. Please remind me before we leave to take pictures in these shirts.
If you can see his face.
Yeah. If not, I'll throw up a picture of it.
Yeah.
This is like stupidly bright.
Yeah.
If I had more time, I'd go over there and adjust the balance. But did I tell you that Jerry called after the Florida game and left me a voicemail?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
How long was that?
It actually wasn't that long. It was really short, simple, and to the point to where I got pissed.
We won.
Yeah. Hey, Lance, it's Jerry. Didn't quite catch the final score of that game.
Beat ya.
Yeah.
And fucking hangs up.
Yeah. So
I need to get Jerry's number because
Jerry doesn't have a number. It's Kim.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Kim called me, and I thought it was Aunt Kim. I was like, what could possibly be going on this late at night? We have a problem. And then I tried calling him back, and then he didn't answer because it was past his bedtime, I guess. But anyway, so what happened, or what is currently happening is I have a Grateful Dead, Matthew has a Wake, and Jerry loves the Wakes, but he hasn't tried the Grateful Dead yet. So the Grateful Dead was the drink that Matthew and I were drinking when Will was on the podcast. So we made him one, or we made Jerry one, so he's going to see.
Yeah, of each. So he's going to double fist. So, yeah, his vomit's going to look like a Mardi Gras ball. So it's a little bit of payback, I guess, for the phone call when LSU beat Florida 2 weeks ago.
And I'll play the voicemail whenever Jerry gets up here.
And we're also filming this before Florida gets their shit pushed in by Georgia. So we're in good spirits right now because in another hour, it's going to take a turn.
Oh, man.
But fun thing is I woke up this morning and I was like, 1 year ago today, I literally watched Florida, this game live. I went to that game to physically watch us get handed our ass in person, and that was the biggest waste of 5.5 hours to go over there and watch that. So I said, never again. I'm watching it at Lance's house.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, we need all the help that we can get today. Because Georgia's still undefeated,
Yeah.
Until tonight.
Yeah. Boom, bitch. It's going to be a long ride back to Athens.
Yeah, that would be...
If we come out of the gate doing good, I'm leaving this shirt on the entire game.
Oh, my God.
We'll go out to dinner tonight with this shirt on. I promise you.
Watch this be the good luck shirt.
Yeah, and this is everyone's face because Florida beat Georgia. Oh, did you see that?
So if you guys don't recognize the face, it's actually the like a cutout of Jerry's face from the thumbnail that we had.
Yeah.
So, but the reason why Jerry's not here yet is because he doesn't know that we have the shirts. We got him a shirt, and so we're waiting for Kim to bring Jerry down here. But we'll probably have an entire podcast by the time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make another drink by the time she gets down here. She's Jerry, you gotta go down there. Her old cripply voice,
wanting to know the ETA because they're 2 minutes
Call
down the
her.
road. I did. I called Haley, and she. Here, we're gonna call my sister again.
You're on the podcast. Hello.
I'm gonna see if she'll tell me a joke.
Keep it dirty.
Hello.
Tell me a joke.
I don't have a new one.
Oh, well, then tell me an old one.
Fruit Loops are little colorful buttholes.
Fruit Loops are little colorful buttholes. Fantastic. Where are you guys at? Have y'all left yet?
Jerry says he's not ready.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna have to take a pause and come back.
Why is he not ready? What's he doing? Is he dropping the kids off at the pool?
He took a shower, then he's outside smoking.
That's a fucking Jerry thing to do. Well, goddamn, I didn't know you meant right now.
Jesus.
Well, fudge.
My mom called me at 10:30 and said Jerry's ready, and now he's not.
For what? To go to bed? To be taken to the ER? I mean, what the hell?
Man. Okay, are y'all leaving after he smokes?
I think we're about to leave.
Okay.
Are we about to leave?
We're live on the podcast. You got to let them know that. We're filming right now.
Yeah.
This is a thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know what Jerry's doing.
Okay. Well.
Okay. He said we'll be there in a minute.
All right. Bitch. Love you like boobly doo. Boobly doo, Lance.
Love you.
Oh, my God. What are we going to talk about till he gets here? Are we just going to take a pause cut and come back, or what are we going to do?
Yeah, let's take a pause cut and come back, because then that'll stop the recording.
Ooh, I got a little phrase for you. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. Sex is bad. Sex is a sin. Sins are forgiven, so stick it right in. Boom. Back after this.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're back after this, or that brief intermission. Yeah. So Jerry should be coming up the stairs any moment now. I'll be coming through the door. I wish I had just cameras all over the place that just like an aerial view, then a point that way view.
Oh, goodness. Look who it is. Dun, 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 dun,
here he
is. Celebration station. Hey, Jerry.
Am I to sit?
Yeah.
Well,
am I to put this on?
You are to put that on.
Yeah.
You got to dress the occasion. Oh, man. That's so funny.
And we went ahead and got you 2 drinks going. So you can either drink the Wake or the Grateful Dead.
Perfect. Oh, man. It's good.
Are we live?
We are live, yeah. Go on and mic up
intro.
here and test drive your drinks. Get your microphone situated.
Yep,
you do.
There you go.
Some extra coordinates.
Testes. 1, 2. 1, 2.
He is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. All right. This is a Grateful Dead, and then that is the Irish Wake. So,
All right.
so
Old Faithful, new chick. Mm-hmm. That's your side chick. This is your wife. That, to me, was so strong when Lance made those on the last show. I could only drink half. I was like, good God.
Yeah, that's my new favorite. That's my new drink right now.
Yeah.
It's bitchin'.
That's his thing.
It's all right. Let me try this one.
Here we go. That's their green juice. And that's what I'm drinking. Yeah. So we're drinking the same thing. Lance is drinking that.
Yeah, so this side is Grateful Dead, that side is Wake.
Yeah. And you're the judge.
That tastes like it's more liquor-y than
Yeah, that one's more like a Long Island iced tea. It has rum, gin, vodka, and triple sec in it, and then Chambord, and then Margarita mix. That has all rums and then orange juice and Blue Curacao.
All right.
Boom. All right.
Sounds good to me.
So one thing that I wanted to look up before we started is I wanted to get you guys' prediction on the score and who you think is going to win for the Florida-Georgia game today. And I was waiting for Jerry to get here so he could put his input on it. And I'm going to see if I can find the odds real fast.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, 49-14, Georgia. And the only reason why we score 14 is because Georgia puts in their 5th string band members at the end of the game. And that's going to be the end of that. We may, to be honest, I could see them only scoring 3 points or maybe even 0, like shutting us out.
Like Florida?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Because I hope I'm wrong. I hope these shirts bring us all the luck.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, Georgia, dude, they're nasty.
What's your
I'm
prediction?
thinking maybe it'll be kind of close for a half, and then Georgia goes away and saying Florida.
Yeah.
When Florida played LSU, they got up to a 17-3 lead. So early on,
And just lost the
until
steam,
the defense makes adjustments and such. I hope they keep it close because that'll make our position look better.
Yeah. I think it's going to be tied until the game starts. And then once that starts, and then it's just going to go all downhill from there.
Oh, man. So I think it's going to be 54-17. I think Georgia's going to win. But these are the odds right now for it. So Georgia's favored by 23.5 points.
So it went up a point from this morning because it was 22.5.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So you have to bet $1,800 to win $100 if
no.
you bet on Georgia. But I can also see Florida somehow winning because that would be a parlay killer for Vegas. Because people would put Georgia on there just to increase their odds a little bit for their parlay.
If the Georgia team that showed up against Missouri shows up today, they're in fucking trouble. I'm telling you right now because Florida put it on Missouri. And if the Florida team that shows up to actual play like against Utah and they play their hearts out, it might be a good game. But you know, he is.
It may take a year or two. I mean, Napier was coaching at Lafayette, and he started winning 10 games a season. So just give him time. He'll be.
Yeah, he came out from underneath Saban. Saban's first year at Alabama, they lost to UL Lafayette, or UL Monroe is who they lost to.
His first year at LSU, they lost to some Troy or somebody.
Yeah, so
it's hard to live that down. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get the players. You know, one, half the team isn't even your players you recruited. Two,
right?
You know, you have to get them to buy into your program and actually try and play. So
that's another thing. Yeah. He'll get some recruiting done, and
hopefully a defensive coordinator.
It'll be harder to watch at our house because Kim's a Florida fan. That's the worst week of the year right there. LSU plays Florida.
Oh, man. Are you going to be wearing your Halloween outfit today?
I thought I brought some stuff.
Yeah.
But they canceled it.
Yeah, but you can still wear it around the house.
Yeah, why not?
You can do all things through Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's true, too.
So what do you think of the shirts?
Who is this guy?
It's you.
He's a stud.
We took the picture that you sent for the thumbnail that we put on the last podcast, and we had these shirts made.
Wow, those look like me.
Oh, goodness. That's good stuff.
So I understand that there were some things that we weren't able to get on the podcast last time that you were on. So one about the naval base, and then you told me that something about opera, and then you said that you had a whole thing, a whole bunch of stuff written down, but you forgot it. So,
well, there was a few things. The naval base was on the naval base.
Yeah.
We were buying some liquor, and somebody mentioned something about a naval base.
Yeah, so Jerry, he is standing literally like the cashier's facing here. Yeah, say I'm the cashier, and here's the register, and here's Brian, and then me. And Jerry's like, you would think he's an assistant manager trying to train her. He's like on this side. She's looking at him, you know, and he's like, don't worry, I got it. And he hands her the debit card. And she looks like, oh, no, this is naval base. You know, this little Filipino lady. And it was like, you have to have a Navy ID with your form of payment. So Brian had to pay for it. But when she's like, oh, no, this is a Navy base. I need Navy ID. And he's like, naval base. And he's like, starts rubbing his belly button. And you can take over from there. Because I was like, that is one of the funniest stories. I cried.
I lifted up my shirt and I said, well, there's my naval base right there. 'Cause that's what we used to call it as kids, right?
And that lady looks at him like, you can't stand from back high. Get up, you know. Like, if you ever cross that line.
Oh, my God.
Man. Good times, man.
Yeah.
So what's the opera story?
I sang opera, but it's just a couple of lines. But you know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I sing opera when I stub my toe.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
It's you just you go, come to me. Your face looks like come to me. No way. And that concludes. Oh my God. And then there's this I was reading on the internet the other day. There's a new chemical out there that tightens up your colon.
We all need that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I heard about that. I think we were talking about that.
And I got to thinking, I mean, you know, these characters are going to continue doing what they're doing. We might as well tighten up because we in college or high school somewhere, we learned that if you stretch that area out, it can get stretched out.
Yeah.
So then I got to thinking, you know, they got to do a commercial, you know. Act now, and you get a free tube of anal ease to go with that.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, God. My mom was looking at prolapsed anuses last night.
Yeah, well, they say you can, like, stretch it out to, what is it, like 7 centimeters or whatever before you cause damage or something. And a raccoon can squeeze into a 5-centimeter hole or whatever the hell it is. So a raccoon could technically squeeze into your asshole, you know. Jeez. That was on TikTok, so, by the way. Oh, yeah, God. That's a thing.
Well, there was a thing a while back about people doing gerbilin and shit like that.
Gerbilin. Oh, my God.
Gross.
But they have to cut the claws off, huh?
Yeah. God.
Some strangers in this world.
Get the claws off. You declaw my gerbil before you shove it in my ass.
We ought to go to an animal, like, an animal store, a pet store, and be like, "Do y'all have clawless gerbils?"
They're gonna be like, "What?
What about hairless ones? I need a hairless ass gerbil, please." Oh, shit. Order that from China.
God,
good God.
I mean, who would have thought of that? Who could have thought of something like, let's do gerbils?
Yeah, well, that's like, it goes along with the Hawaii thing. The stripper that puts a live goldfish up her pooch and backs into a goldfish bowl and it swims. You had to practice that somewhere.
Yeah. She charged $40 to see the show. I didn't get to see it because they shut it down because of COVID. But James, since he's stationed over,
and I was going to ask you that too when you went to Hawaii. Did you get the goldfish? show?
No. I asked them if they opened it back up, and they said no.
God.
But she smokes. There's two of them. There's the goldfish show where she shoves it up her front butt and then shoots it out, and then there's also another one where she smokes a cigarette out of her cooter too.
Well, I heard one that once it was ping pong balls.
Oh, shit. There's a lady, God bless her, but she can take those little, like the little stress balls. They're basketball shaped, and they shove them. She shoves 8 of them. 8.
Good. Up the front crack?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hate it for her husband. Jesus.
I heard that back in Cleopatra's day, they used to do the snake thing all up in there.
Jeez.
So it would wiggle their heads around.
Oh, good Lord.
Women are strange creatures. Speaking of that area, I got to type out something real fast, and I need you to read it, Jerry. Oh, how are we going to do this? How can I do it?
I have to read it.
You do. I'm gonna make a new note.
Yeah. Well, while you're doing that note, I'm gonna do my rooster joke. Have you heard the joke about the 4 black roosters? All right, so there's 4 black roosters sitting on a fence post, and then there's a white cat sitting on the ground looking up at the 4 black roosters. So those 4 black roosters, how many beaks do they have?
Well, they count a beak as a beak, so it's 4 beaks. Yeah. I don't think they count the top half and the bottom half. Right?
Yeah, no, you just the 4 beaks.
I thought it might be a trick question.
No.
I wanted to clarify that.
All right, how many
beak is a beak?
How many? Oh Jesus! How many wings do the? How many wings do the 4 roosters have?
2 apiece. All right, so there'd be 8.
Yep. And how many feet do they have?
2 apiece. 8 more.
So
I'm
the
being
white.
careful with my.
Yeah.
I did the same thing on the phone yesterday. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. Carry the 1. Yep, 8.
So, how many teeth does the white cat have?
Who the hell knows that?
So you know more about black cock than you do white pussy?
Trap. See, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't careful.
All right, so this is a little mad gab I think is pretty funny. Just straight read that question statement with a Jerry mindset. Say it loud for the audience. Don't even think about it. Just say
Mike, who's Cheese Harry?
Keep saying it. Say it till you get it. It's going to make sense in a minute.
Mike, who's Cheese Harry? Mike, who's Cheese Harry?
A little bit slower.
Mike, who's Cheese Harry?
A little louder.
Mike, who's Cheese Harry? Who's Cheese Harry? I don't get it.
Who's cheese?
Is that a name?
No, it's a
Mike, who's Cheese Harry?
You don't hear it, but we do. So if I read it, see what it sounds like. Mike Coochie's Harry. Oh. Mike Coochie's Harry. You hear it now?
I got it. My Coochie's Harry. Not no more. Everybody's shaving that thing.
Jesus. They're shaving their beaver at Bussy's.
Oh, man.
Speaking of Bussy's, I got a Bussy's cup.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
My Coochie's Harry. I didn't get it.
That's a good one.
Oh, my God.
So what do you got, Jerry? What's on the platter of Jerry's brain?
Well, not too much lately. Just hanging. I told the girls my My neighbor's going to invite me to his hunting camp. We're going to spend a week there in the middle of December. And on the way here, I told them that was going down, and they go, well, who's going to cook for us?
Yeah.
Because retirement is not really retirement because I'm doing all the house things.
Just tell him Pawpaw is. We're like, Pawpaw, yeah, Pawpaw John's. Here's his number. He makes great pizza, and there you go.
Who's gonna cook for us?
Yeah, that would be a
that
Kim
was
thing to
funny.
say. Yeah.
No, Kaylee actually said it.
Yeah. Not I'm gonna miss you, Dad. Hope you kill something, Dad. Don't shoot yourself, Dad. Who's gonna cook for us, Dad? Nobody. Unless I go get this deer.
Well, there's deer out there. We filled all his deer feeders, and that's how I got scratches all over me. I'm taking blood thinners.
Yeah, so are we.
Jeez.
But it's he's got it's a nice camp, and they got stands, 16-foot stands. I usually do the 12-footers, but he's got 16-footers. And there's a river running through there and a canal, so I anticipate shooting. Smelling gunpowder.
There you go.
Gunpowder.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Lance, what you got?
Hawaii's still a shithole.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, so I went to Hawaii to see James do his chief ceremony, and I had a 4:45 flight out of Pensacola. Well, that's what time it boarded, and it took off around 5:15, 5:25. So I woke up at 3 a.m. so I could get a shower, get packed up, and Audrey was going to drop me off at the airport so I didn't have to pay for parking. So
just looking at the shirts.
You look behind me and start laughing.
I was like, I thought it was feet fucking around.
I was like, God damn it, fate. Here we go again.
So I roll over and I check my Delta app, and it says, your flight's been delayed till 8:45. I'm like, Jesus Christ in hell. And so I looked, and I was going to miss my connecting flight from Atlanta to Hawaii, and there was no other flights leaving to Hawaii that day. I was like, shit. So if I miss this, there's no way I'm going to get there, so I might as well just cancel the whole thing. But I called Delta, and they said, hey, if you can get to Mobile, that's the next surrounding airport, then we'll get you on that one, and then you won't miss your connecting in Atlanta. But that only gave me an hour to get there, and I had to travel an hour and 15 minutes. So obviously I'm speeding. Don't speed, ladies and gentlemen. Because then what happened to me will happen to you. I was doing 97 on the interstate, and
the Jeep?
Yeah, and I was coming around the bend, and the headlights flashed on, and then the cop car lit up. I was like, fuck. Because I was making good time. I already shaved 5 minutes off. I was like, bye. And he comes up, and he's like, I just hand him my license and the registration. And he's like, I clocked you doing 97 and 70. And I was like, I didn't know my Jeep could go that
Sir,
fast.
you pulled me over for speeding. I'm going to need you to speed, write this ticket. I have to go, okay?
But the thing is that's the only car that doesn't have the ass kisser sticker on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ended up giving me a court date, so I have to go to bumfuck Alabama.
Oh, yeah. So 24 over the speed limit. Yeah, 25, they can take you in for, what is it? Because I was doing 20. He got me for 24 over. Also, he's like 25. I can have you arrested. It's almost like almost like an assault with if you're going over so fast, they can arrest you for it. Which I was, but thank God I had just got my license, and it was a month after. And he's like, I was doing 59. Well, he wrote me for a 59.35. I was actually doing 63 and a 35. He's like, I'll just get you for 59 and a 35. So I was like, oh, fucking sweet. But
This is in Alabama, and when I got pulled over in Florida when I was 17, I was doing 98 and a 70, and he said 2 more miles over, and I could take you to jail. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Wow.
For what?
And I told him, I said, I'm just trying to get to the airport, okay? I don't, just give me the ticket at this point.
I'm not even going to try and talk myself out of it. Look, I'm going to need you to write the fastest ticket you ever wrote. Hopefully you already got it printed. I'll sign it. I get to go, man. Like, seriously.
And then escort my ass.
Yeah.
No shit.
If you
I'll
don't
make
mind,
it,
man, just...
You know what? I'll make it a lot faster if you just put me in the back of the cop car.
Yeah.
Just take me. All right. We'll leave old Jeep here.
Yeah.
Let me get my bags. I'll be right
Yeah. I'm riding with you, sir.
Yeah. Jeez. I wish.
Sucks. Well, they give you, what was the ticket amount?
It doesn't have a price on it.
Really? You're gonna bargain a price in Mobile? Fuck.
Where I live, it's like it's $100. Let's see, if it's 10 miles over the speed limit, it's at least $100, and then
God damn.
$10 for every mile.
Wow.
So you were 24 over.
27.
So it's gonna be
Close to
break out your checkbook.
Yeah. That's crazy with Louisiana doing that, because here, if you're 10 miles or less, they're not even pulling you over. Like, they won't stop, and they made it well known. They're not going to really fuck with you unless you're doing at least 15 over. But I say you're looking at every bit of probably $350. But a court date? Wow, that's impressive. Like, you don't even know the price. Like, oh, let's talk about this, sir. What was your reasoning?
I told him I had to get to the airport, and he literally put on the ticket. He stated that he was trying to get to the airport.
Yeah.
But I'm in the middle of bumfuck before you get to the firework exit. Yeah. So he's probably thinking, bullshit.
So I always had it in my head when I had my last diesel truck that I had souped up, and you could hear the turbo and the exhaust really loud, that if I got pulled over and they asked why, I'm like, because I love hearing my turbo. And just see what they say.
I can't say that in a V4 Jeep Wrangler.
Well, it is turbocharged.
Bring all your airplane you still save your airplane ticket stubs and shit. Bring all that shit with you.
Yeah, I planned on stating. I was like, look, my friend was making chief in Hawaii, and literally, if I missed this flight, I wasn't going to be able to be there. And then they're like, oh, boo-hoo, you had to go to Hawaii.
You ought to walk in there with Jeffy and be like, because I'm
shut up.
I brought my attorney here, Mr. Heffy. And
I'd like to call the witness, please. The homeless guy walking on I-10.
Yeah, and we would like to dispute this charge. Ain't that right, Jeffy? That's right, Your Honor. Yeah.
But when we got there, so you know the fishing trip that I went on that cost me $2,600 and I didn't catch a single fish? The owner of the company called and said, hey, I'll give you a free charter. I was like, all right, bitchin'. So I took that free charter when I was there. Still.
Nothing?
Didn't catch a fucking fish.
Go ahead and blast your name, because y'all suck.
Yeah, Surreal Charters in Hawaii.
Yeah, you should Surreal just go out of business, because you live in Hawaii, pretty much. There's fish all around those islands. If you can't catch a single fucking fish, just give up.
The only fish that was on that boat
was the one painted on the side.
Yeah, the little marlin that they have.
I can't imagine ever going fishing and not catching one fish.
Yeah, this picture that I'm about to show you right here, this was me. So when we were leaving the harbor, the boat has lights that shine down in the water, and so you can change the LEDs to any color that you want. And so they had it on this like really pinkish purple color, and because it's it doesn't like disturb the animals in the area because it's kind of dark, but it's pink.
Should draw the animals to the light.
Well, it did. It drew these fish that like consume the bioluminescent algae and the fish and stuff that reflect in it.
Not edible.
No. He said they're really long and skinny, and he said that you can catch them. They're easy to catch, but they don't taste good.
Obviously not for this guy, because you can't catch a fucking thing.
Needlefish. They might have been called needlefish.
Yeah,
we get those all over the place.
Yeah, and they were hopping in the wake of the boat. Well, I guess one of the little ones, this was like a minnow, jumped in the back where the engines were. Wow. And he went back there and got it because it had died, and so I was giving it some Miller Lite.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Trying to resuscitate.
Yeah. You need that framed.
Yeah, and then James's dad, he smoked cigarettes, and so he put a cigarette in its mouth.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Went to Hawaii, went fishing, and got a trophy fish.
Yeah.
That looks like a cigar minnow, actually.
Yeah. Literally. Cigar minnow.
And then James took a picture with it, too.
Well, yeah, everyone should have.
Yeah, it's like the only fish that ended up in this boat did it by itself.
It's like a nice boat, though.
Oh, it is. It's a $2 million something or other with 4 V8s on the back of it. It's that bitch.
Better hold on, baby.
Yeah.
Hold on. We're going to not catch fish.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the most piss me off thing ever, is because if you go on their website, every charter that they've been on, they catch a shit ton of mahi, a shit ton of tuna, and a shit ton of marlin. Because the marlin around there get fucking huge. And I asked them, I said, how many charters, since you guys have been open, have caught 0 fish? He says, literally, I'm not fucking with you. your charter in July and your charter now are the only two that have not caught any fish.
Yeah. Okay, Karen, we're believing that. Yeah, you're betting 1,000 for not catching fish now.
And I was pissed because the owner of the company said he was going to be the one taking us out, but he didn't.
Yeah,
he went to go stay on the USS Missouri.
The next time if you ever go on that guy's boat, just have like a small pocket of just take regular, just frozen shrimp and put them in a Ziploc bag and just pull one out with a big weight and just throw it. I promise you're going to catch something. I don't know what the fuck you're all fishing with, but
chum the water.
Yeah, you just throw a raw, non-peeled, shrimp, frozen shrimp, and you just hook it through there, and it's going to like start dissolving or warming up, and the ice starts melting. So it's like putting off that scent.
Yeah,
you will catch something.
Yeah,
promise you. Whether it's a barracuda or a fucking shark, at least you're catching something.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and that's why I told him, I was like, dude, I don't give a fuck what we catch. Yeah. I just want something. And so the only thing he had, there were.
Well, obviously Miller Lite, you can catch a buzz.
Yeah, I took enough beer this time that we had 10 Miller Lights each.
Yeah, I'm catching something, Captain.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, Gilligan, you put me on this fish.
And this boat has these.
That's the damnest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, they have these big arms that go out, and then you hook the line up through it. And so he said it's like a rubber band. When the fish hooks, it drops it. Right. Yeah, and then you'll be on the hook.
Yep.
Or the
reel. It's just the outriggers. Yeah, because some big boats, man, they'll have them like every few feet, and they'll have 10 lines dragging. And when one goes, boom, you get it and snatch. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so
you ain't got to worry about that on this boat.
Yeah,
get all those other lines out of the way because what you caught is going to be massive.
Yeah, not on this boat. Yeah. You caught a fucking prop. You're trying to reel the own boat back there.
I haven't even told you the funny part of the story yet. So he has these 4 lines out and they're trolling. So the 2 wide ones have these like long 10-inch like squids on them for the marlin.
Yeah.
And then the 2 smaller ones have like dead pieces of squid on them.
Okay.
So that's what we're fishing with. And we hear one of the lines go zzz. I was like, no fucking way we caught a goddamn fish. So I told James, I was like, go get it, dog, go get it. Because he was sitting on the outside closest to that reel. And so he goes out there, and James's dad's smoking a cigarette, and he looks back, and he's like, you caught a fucking bird.
Oh, wow.
And because they're looking for the birds that swoop down and dive in, because the big fish are going to go for the little fish in the middle.
The birds are going for the bait fish, and then everybody's going for the bait fish.
Yeah. What a fucking bird.
And the captain's like, we didn't catch no damn bird. And James' dad's like, I'm telling you, you caught a fucking bird.
We're not that lucky, sir. We don't catch shit on this boat.
Yeah. We're in the hole now, fucking fish. And he's like, all right, but I'm telling you, you caught a fucking bird. And so then he tells the deckhand to go look, and he starts reeling in this big fucking thing that's meant for fucking marlin, and the bird's just flopping in the water. And the captain's like, well, shit, I guess we caught a bird. And James was like, fucking told you. Because he talks like that.
Yeah.
And,
he talks just like Screwball, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. He so does. So he's reeling the bird back in, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I don't know how we're going to get away from this. Either we're going to cut this expensive fucking lure and let it drop in, or something else has got to happen. But the deckhand was grabbing the bird, and it was trying to bite him. But I could see that the line, all you had to do was just like twist it around, and the wing was gone. So the bird lived. It was fine. Nothing happened. He went back and started fishing again.
So here's my advice to the charter boat that can't catch anything.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Well, yeah. Give it Distract everybody on the boat. Like, oh my God, like our cruise liner did. We're like, did you see that whale?
Yeah.
And everyone looking over here on the side.
Yeah.
The 2 outriggers, right? You hook the bait together, you throw it over. Like, oh man, look, these things are going. So now Lance is on one side of the boat, James on the other, and they're reeling against each other because they're hooked together. The lines will eventually break and be like, I guess they both got away, man. We were that close from catching a trophy fish. And be like, you go home with the story, man, we had one. We were both just bearing down on it, and then our lines broke.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Something similar once happened to my family. We were fishing out of the west coast of Florida, somewhere by Tampa. I can't remember where it was, but we were all out there fishing. And we were catching. Even Mom was pulling in some big ones. So I had caught one, and I pull it in, and this woman on the other side of the boat, she caught a fish, and you know everybody just drops their pole down straight down.
Yeah.
She caught a fish, and that sucker ran around the whole boat.
Oh,
Got everybody's line.
oh, what a
Underneath
dickhead.
the damn boat. Except for me, I had my line. I'm going, damn, man, all right. No. And that was a hell of. Everybody was so pissed.
I wonder if it was was it like Sanibel Island area? Or what was Sanibel Island after that hurricane?
That doesn't sound familiar.
Sarasota, Sanibel, Fort Myers, all that area.
No.
Cocoa Beach.
I thought it was going to. It's on the western side.
Where the Gulf is?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it probably isn't there anymore thanks to
Start
Hurricane
with
Ian.
an E. What name starts with an E? I can't think of it.
In Florida?
A
Everglades?
Name of a city.
Oh.
Never mind. I can't.
We'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I have no idea.
He's been drinking.
It was kind of in the curve there. It was a hell of a vacation. Then we jetted on over to St. Augustine, and we went to Ross Allen Snake Farm shit, and it's where they used to film the Johnny Weissmuller Tarzan movies.
Huh.
Because they had glass bottom boats, and you could see the bottom of the water. It was
wow.
crystal clear, man. They would drop bread balls way down there, and they would.
No, you're good. I was just moving it for you so you can sit back.
They dropped bread balls way down deep, and it looked like they were playing football. They would grab it and then.
The snakes were? Or just the fish?
This was fish. And they showed us this guy in this snake enclosure, and he blew up a balloon. And he goes, you won't even see it strike. And we're going, oh, bullshit. So he held the balloon out, and the snake hit it, and you could not even, it was so fast.
Oh, shit.
You couldn't see. I think it was rattlesnakes. He was in there with rattlesnakes all
Good
over
God.
the damn place.
Absolutely
That's
not.
insane. Yeah,
And
I wouldn't do that.
It was so fast you could not see it hit, man. It was. Whew.
See, one thing that pisses me off so much about that charter in Hawaii was every charter that I've been on out of Pensacola or out of Destin, or for any charter for that matter, I've always caught something. And not just something, a shit ton of fish.
Yeah.
Whether it's a shit ton of vermilion snapper or a shit ton of red snapper or grouper or whatever the fuck. Even if you had to throw it back because it wasn't in season,
Right.
we always caught something. And for the fact that this motherfucker has it on a $2 million boat with these big flat screen TVs that have fish finders and
Were there any other boats in the area?
No, there were no boats then. The one in July, there was so many other boats. And I want to know if they caught something. I have no way of knowing, but I wanted to know.
They're just out for money. They don't give a shit.
Is all he fishing with is like squid? Was it the same? I was like, dude, you used this last time. We caught nothing.
It's what I told the owner. It's exactly what I told the owner.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'm going to take you out myself. But then he didn't. The night before, like at around 8 or 9 p.m., I get a text and it was the same guy. And I was like, well, what the fuck? That guy was the owner was supposed to be taking me out. That was a whole part of the deal.
Nope.
But I was
Bring
like,
your own bait. You're supposed to. I watched this guy fish out of Pensacola. His name is Brant Preacher. He's got his own podcast, and he fishes on the beach or on the pier, and he'll catch a fish and he'll cut it, and he'll slice it a little bit, and he'll throw that out there, and you got the blood and all that, and he'll catch big reds and shit.
nice.
But in Florida, they got to be slot reds. But he catches giant fish, man. And this is right. It's in the Bay Area.
Yep.
It's on the beach itself because I can see. He'll go fish on that jetty.
Yeah.
And I can see where he'll show. I can see Phoenix 6 where we go sometimes.
Oh, over in Orange Beach, yeah.
They'll walk all the way out to the end of that thing.
Yeah.
Man. You know how I used to do that when I was young, but I don't know.
I've been out there one time when they had the power boats come in. It was Thunder on the Gulf, and it's the race boats.
Oh,
and
shit,
dude, we walked all the way out there to the tip of it because I think 100 yards off the shore is where they were running, and they had, boats with helicopter engines in them, and you hear them coming through, just whining out. Oh, they're super fast.
Yeah, when I had my boat membership, you know where Barrancas is, that bridge? There's a marina there with some restaurant. That's where the boat membership was. And the manager of the boat membership, his brother was a neurosurgeon at Sacred Heart. And he had this long fucking boat that had 5 V8s on the back. And it's like a $2 or $3 million boat. It looks so fucking sick.
Yeah, $2 million was in the engines.
Yeah, exactly. The other $1 million was in the boat. Yeah, and he's like, because he thought that so it was me, Audrey, and then this other chick. I'm not going to put her name out there, but he thought that the other chick,
her permission,
was cute, and was like, "Hey, you should bring your friend over here. We'll go out on my boat." I was like, "You have a fucking boat?" He's like, "Yeah, that one. Me and my brother own that," which means his brother owns that.
Yeah, I have a friend.
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck, I just want to ride on your boat,"
right?
But she wasn't interested, so I was like, "Fuck."
Nice. Yeah, that's
I was like, at least take one for the team so I can go on the boat.
That restaurant right there, the Ore House, is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really, really good. We ought to go there one time instead of McGuire's.
Yeah.
It's right on the water, right at the marina. Dude,
I could eat seafood every day, guys.
Yeah, that place is where to get it. It's very good.
Back in '86, we just about did. Me and a buddy bought a shrimp net, and we shrimped Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah.
This giant shrimp.
He was really good at running, played for Alabama. Played, I think his name was Forrest Gump.
Shrimp salad.
He had 12 Jennies.
I did. I cooked run for.
That brought back memories because we cooked shrimp any way I could damn near think of it. And I keep
Bubba was definitely on the boat at that point.
I keep the stove was red from the seasoning.
Yeah, shit.
Nice. Man, that'd be good. Now I want some boiled shrimp.
Yeah, Jerry needs to be here for a crawfish boil.
Oh, dude, we throw down, man. We'll get 35, 40 pounds. Yeah, oh, I bet. Yeah. It's more
I'm
readily
getting
available.
really good at crawfish boils, y'all.
Ooh, speaking of Cajun food, a buddy of mine at work is in Houston right now, and he's going to be driving back Monday. So Monday morning, he'll be at Rabidou's over in Louisiana. It's on the west side of Louisiana, closer to Texas. But I'm getting a bunch of boudin.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I love boudin.
Yeah.
Okay, look, next time you boil crawfish, the Cajuns taught me that you get a hose and you spray the outside of the tank after you boil them for 8 minutes, turn it off and let them sit. Well, the Cajuns taught me you water the outside. It makes the seasoning go into the crawfish better. Wow. But last year, someone had told me just dump a bag of ice in there.
Yeah.
And I tried that, and that worked even better than spraying it outside.
We ought to try that because what we do is, I mean, obviously you get the water going with we season the shit out of it. And
well, yeah, I get a whole bottle of the powder and a whole liquid.
So we'll do, I think Larnell does it like 2 or 3 bottles of the liquid. We do a powder, and then he also has the little seasoning where it's in like a little bag. We'll throw some in there. We'll get it going. We'll take some oranges. We'll kind of squeeze in there, throw them in.
We do lemons.
Yep, lemons and oranges both. We throw them in there, squeeze them, throw them in there.
Taters. Do the taters first.
Yep. Okay, they need a little bit longer to cook.
And then the corn and the mushrooms kind of later.
Yeah, because they don't need as long.
God, I love the
Once
corn.
we throw all the crawfish in.
The corn's the best part. That and the sausage.
We started doing at the end. As soon as we cut the flame off, we'll throw in Brussels sprouts and let them soak too. That's really good. And we'll slice up pineapple.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. So, but we'll let them soak for what we do is as soon as it comes back to a boil. So we dump the crawfish in. It knocks the boil down. When it comes, as soon as it comes back to a boil, cut it off. We usually wait 20, 30 minutes, sit around, have a drink, and, dude, when we pour them out, they pop. Lance can tell you, and they are, they're good, man.
We let them boil for 8 minutes and then shut it down.
Right.
And one year, my friend goes, "Hey, my wife wants to put broccoli in there."
Well, I want to put my dick. Yeah, I'm about to say, well, I want to put my wiener in her butt, but that ain't going to happen.
Broccoli just disintegrated. We had broccoli on every fucking
everyone has green dots in their teeth.
Yeah, at that point, just leave it at potatoes and fucking.
Every now and then we get people, and also we'll take peeled shrimp, and we'll just, or not, it was just deheaded, and we'll just throw them in there and let them soak. Because about the soaking time, with no flame on it, the shrimp, dude, they're like peeling perfectly.
The trick with shrimp is as soon as you see the shell separated from the body,
snatch them. Because otherwise they'll like reseal themselves somehow back to the body, and then you're like,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
at that point, you might as well cook the piss out of them and eat the shell with it.
Well, I do. If I do fried shrimp, I'll eat it.
Oh, the tail, absolutely, yeah. I just ate Panda China yesterday, and their walnut shrimp is amazing, and they just deep fry it with a light batter, and they leave the tail on, and it's like a potato chip. Yeah,
it's like eating fish scales when you fry fish.
Like a soft shell crab.
I hate soft shell crab. Every time I eat it, it's always like rotten.
There's odd.
Yeah, with my Miller Lite that I requested.
Oh,
that's what I was texting. Thanks, honey. Say something to the fans at home.
Yeah. Hi, fans at home.
Tell us a joke.
Oh my God, no, I don't have one.
Damn.
You were coming up here unprepared. Yeah. I thought for sure you would have looked one up.
Yeah. How did you not know?
I was busy editing the video that's going out today, which I need to finish doing that. So goodbye.
So still no joke.
Get back to work.
What are you doing up here?
What's for supper?
Yeah. If you think of a joke, honey. Honey, if you think of a joke, call us. Okay.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I texted her because my drink was getting empty.
I still got that shit.
Yeah, save the best for last.
What are we going to do tonight?
Whatever you want.
Each other if we keep drinking like this.
I got 3 drinks over
I
here.
don't want to get
I'm about to say,
hammered.
too many more of these. It's any holes of gold, baby.
I hope she calls with a joke.
I don't know. We got 5 more minutes though until we watch Florida get beat.
Oh shit, we're already
Dang, we're
LSU's off this week because next week they play
Bama.
Alabama.
Oh,
But they play in LSU. Alabama's
Is it a night
favored
game?
by yes.
Oh yeah, dude. Y'all got it. Y'all will beat them.
Alabama's favored by 20.
Good.
Oh, are they? That's what I was looking at right now. I was going to see how favored
dude,
they
I
are.
would take that with LSU at night. They're bringing out the voodoo dolls and shit. Dude, it's a thing, man. They're like 32-2 when they play after 6 o'clock at night. Yeah, it's a whole vibe, man.
Plus, their offense is finally getting their shit together.
Yeah, LSU is definitely coming around this year.
The last 2 games, they've been behind by double digits, and they've won.
Right.
And they've scored like 35, 45 points.
Dude, when Florida came out and put them up like that, I was like, oh, dude, we're going to do this. We're going to do it at home. This is going to be a good night.
So did I. I had to go outside. Kim's watching TV in the big room, and I'm out in the man cave. I'm going, God damn.
Well, dude, our defense just falls apart, man. It's like when you can score 35, you should be able to win a game. But when the other team scores 45, well, fuck. You know? Like, damn it, Florida. They couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. It's like, man, it was a whole thing.
I'm going to play the voicemail you left me. So here we go. Hold on.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Last Jerry, I didn't catch that final score. Can you give me a holler?
Perfect. Well said. To the point.
When I heard that, I was like, God damn it, Jerry.
Yep. No, straight to the jugular. No need to keep stabbing. You killed it.
God. Of course I got the final goddamn score. So did you. He just wanted to be reminded.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's pretty good stuff. I'd forgotten about that.
Well, my CRS is kicking in.
How many bourbons were you deep in that voicemail?
Oh, shit. Well, matter of fact, for a while I was drinking a pint a day, guys. I had to shut that shit down because my doctor put me on blood thinners. So now I'm only drinking on weekends. I would say a half a pint. I can get 4 drinks out of a half a pint of Crown, and I think that's...
I only drink on days that start with T. Thursday, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday,
and today.
I used to only drink when days that ended in Y. But
that ended with day.
So, yeah, it was a half pint plus my medicine.
But good for you. You deserve it. That everyone's like, oh my God, you did that? But like, bitch, I earned it. First off,
I had to watch my team almost lose.
Yeah. Okay. And not only that, if you live with Kim, you know.
Give Give me a break.
You need that to see. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you need that to just put up with that.
You need that before the pregame show.
Yeah, you need that just before she comes home. Jerry, what'd you do all day? You see it.
Whatever I wanted to.
Yeah.
I pregame.
When I first retired, she would go, "What'd you do today?" Blah, 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 blah. I'm retired, man.
I drank.
What you're going to do when you get there.
So now we've got to. I do some dishes. I do some laundry.
I wash my bourbon cup.
Look, if the kitchen floor,
So it's fresh for today.
if the kitchen floor has stains on it, I'll get a wash rag and put hot water on it in the sink, and I'll throw that some bitch, and I'll use my phone.
Oh, yeah. You waffle stomp the fuck out of that floor and you
It's
do it.
quick and easy, and I'm done. I don't have to pull shit out and unwind a 50-foot cord and plug shit in.
So how I mop my floor, seriously, I get my sink going hot as hell, hot as I can get it. Dump the mop sink or the mop solution in there to soak. Fill it up. I take a really big old beach towel, plunge it down in there, scatter the water all over my floor. When it quits dripping, I throw it down. I go penguin, dance all over it. Pick it up, put it on the side of the dry side of the sink. I take a dry towel, old beach towel. I do it again, dry it all up. Perfect, smells amazing, and it's clean as hell.
Touchdown.
Yeah, because when you're mopping and stuff, you're just sloshing dirty water around. This way, I'm loosening everything up. I take a nice clean towel and clean it all up.
And just wiping it up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Kim has this electric thing.
There it is. There it is.
It's got the reservoir in the middle.
Double-ended and rubber.
Shit in there. And it's a cloth thing, and you got to wait for it to heat up. And
Yeah, see, that's just too...
That's
Time
too
to
much
me,
trouble.
yeah, exactly. My time is very valuable. I'm not waiting on you to heat up. I'm not, no. Yeah, this is the whole thing. And the thing is, I'll start running the hot water as I'm vacuuming. So by the time that gets very hot and starts filling back up and everything, I'm usually done vacuuming this little section. I can mop. It's a whole thing. The dog even knows where to go and lay down on the doormat, and she just sits there and I get right up by her paws, and she's just and she's like. Yep, that's clean. And she just sits right there.
When I
It's clean, Dad.
You did a good job.
When I vacuum, I only have to change the plug 3 times
Yeah. Oh, dude.
to get the whole house.
My whole house, I got it down packed with my Dyson. I figured it out. I plug it into the receptacle by the oven in the kitchen. Do that whole half the house. I come down the hallway in the living room. Do that whole half the house. Perfect. 2 times. All I got to do is, usually I start 5 times to empty out the little thing just to make sure. But
I don't empty shit.
yeah. I knew that was coming. I knew it.
She's lucky the shit got vacuumed to begin with.
Hey, good job. Yeah, exactly.
So I vacuum, and then sometimes, and then I'll get the big spots up in the kitchen. But it seems like there's more spots since my daughter lived with us.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody's owning up to it.
I wonder if it's a conspiracy theory also where Kim's like, Kelly, put the dots on the floor. Give Jerry something to do today. Yeah. Before you leave, take a little syrup and be like,
It's whoops.
yep. I'm making waffles. No, you're not.
I think it's hilarious that us guys find the easiest way to because what you guys said, that you find
what we do.
the plug to make sure the cord gets its nice extension. Because I've seen Audrey
Wait, without bending the time.
Oh, I can't stand that. Don't you dare make that plug go to the side.
There's evidence on everything that time has been bent once before.
Yeah.
And
Women
I'm
will
going,
pull
Kim,
that fucking plug to the point where it's about to pull out of the wall, and both little things like this, and it's
as long
holding
as
on for
there's
dear
a
life.
current,
And
as long as there's a current,
I'm just trying to get to the corner. Fuck.
Yeah. So I've seen Audrey change the receptacle 1,000 times. I'm like, I walk this house once or twice, and I already know where it's going because I can visually see how long this cord's going to be.
Exactly.
To where I can get to
my
where
Dyson has a 30-foot cord, so 2 times, and I got my whole entire fucking house, the whole thing done.
Sometimes Kim will be vacuuming and I'll pull the plug. What the fuck? And then I'll walk away real quick. I love doing that. When she gets really stretched out there.
Yeah, she comes in the room, it's just laying there, and what the hell?
Oh, no way. That's so good.
That's funny. What'd
Jerry,
you do?
I do. At my age, I enjoy amusing myself at other people's expense.
Absolutely.
So says the mean lady at the dollar store. I was fucked with her one time. She was standing there doing her phone, and I'm just, fuck, get me out of here. So I reached under the plexiglass, and I put my can down, and I put my other can down, and I had a bag of freaking cat food.
Because Kim was hungry.
Finally, she looks up at me, and I said, "I'm just amusing myself." And she goes, "Well, yeah, at my expense." And I said, well,
You applied to work here.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's not my fault you work at the General of Dollars.
Yeah.
Get a better job, lady.
I hear you guys also sell insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
General.
Well, Jerry needs another drink, and we are over an hour.
Yeah,
That's a good podcast.
how long do they usually last?
About an hour or so.
That's what she said.
All right.
Me 2 minutes. The podcast about an
Yeah,
hour.
I was like, what are you going to do for the other 58 minutes? This is
that
a
happens.
quality Jerry podcast and a half.
My sweet love.
All right, Jerry, do you have any final thoughts or anything before we end it?
Take your vitamins, eat good.
All right, here we go. Sweet.
Word of the
Bitchin'.
wise.
All right, guys. So
I
if you
wanted
like
to keep it mellow. I didn't want to
Yeah. All right, guys. So if you enjoyed the podcast.
Oh, here's another one. Treat your women right.
You're rimming. Treat your rimming. If you got a rent run, then you got
And
a
your
rent
women.
run.
And your women.
Yeah. Just go rent run. if you
Take
gotta
care of
get a
your
rent-
children, people.
Yeah.
They're going to grow up to be you one day.
That's it.
Set good examples. All right, guys. So if you like the podcast, if you're watching on YouTube, smash the thumbs up button. Leave us comments in the comment section. If you're watching it on Spotify, go ahead and share that with everyone. And if you want the ingredients to make the Irish Wake or the Grateful Dead, they'll be in the comment section below on Spotify and YouTube. So see you guys in the next podcast.
Hi. Yeah.
Jerry out, ladies and gentlemen.
Beehive. Jerry, give us an Beehive.
Close enough. We'll take it.